Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl T back with a quick live, y'all. I'm just popping in on here to um hang out with y'all just a little bit before I go to my coaching session today um with my mentees. So, what we are going to be doing is sewing a quilt topper, okay? We're going to make a quilt topper. What I have here is a pack of 10 by 10 pre-cut fabric squares. And what I'm doing is I line these up, right, to the best of my ability. And they may or may not be all the way lined up. And that's okay because you're going to have to square this off anyway. So, yeah, y'all, not really doing too much on here. So, what y'all been up to in these YouTube streets? All right, and then I'm gonna put this on my 1/4 inch seam. We're gonna sew this with a 1/4 inch seam. I have a 1/4 inch label back here where you guys you probably won't be able to see it, but it's back there. So all I'm doing is just going to sew this down, and this is going to be like a 5 rows across. So 5 by 6 using 30 squares. And I'm alternating a solid with the pattern. With the pattern piece. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. This is very, very beginner friendly. I'm just going to back stitch a little bit. And then I'm going to come on off of here. And we're going to cut it. Okay. So you'll end up with something along the lines like this. So far you can see we only have 3 of these on here. So we're going to get a cream colored one. So this is our plain cream. I can't talk today, y'all. Cream colored. So that would be number 1, 2, 3. This would be number 4 that we're gonna sew down. And you don't want 2 of the same pieces by each other, okay? You do not want 2 of the same pieces, or maybe you do, but I'm just saying for this particular quilt, I don't. And pardon if y'all can hear the customers outside. Hey y'all, welcome in. We're just sewing a quick quilt topper. So again, this is going to be a 5 by 6. This is very beginner friendly. I'm just trying to keep this lined up, but I promise you, it doesn't always stay lined up, and that's okay because you have to, you have to even this out. You got to square it out. So, hey y'all, what y'all been up to in these YouTube streets? So we're just gonna sew this down again until we get 5. I've already done 1, so this would be our second one, and then that would mean we would have like 3 more rows to do, and then we'll start putting this thing together. Now, with me sewing so close on the edge, I always try to check it. So this is what you have so far. So alternating the cream colored with a pattern. And we're going to put our last pattern piece on here. And believe it or not, I don't even think this was a whole, whatchamacallit. And if you have pieces that look like this, you want to make sure, hey, Miss D, how are you? You want to make sure that this is going in the way of your direction, okay? So this would be row 2 because, like I said, I've already sewn 1, right? Oh, y'all, this pollen is about to take me out. Miss D, don't you stay in Alabama? If so, I was up your way yesterday, girl. Delivering a load. I'm sorry, I was picking up the load. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to sew this down. Hey, Miss Bard. Hey y'all, welcome in. Miss Barb, I know I told you on Facebook happy birthday, but again, happy belated birthday, Miss Barb. And y'all already know, um, I'm not a OG sewer, but I can do a little something something. Okay, so this is what our you wasn't doing anything, girl. It was like early in the morning. So this is what our first five squares look like. And like I said, we're just alternating these squares. And in fact, I went to something called Vance, Alabama. And again, you don't have to worry about. I mean, you want them to line up, but in the event that they don't worry about it because we have to do what? We have to iron it and square it off. So that'll be fine. So I'm just gonna put this back there with our other one. Yep. All right. So now what we're going to do, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that looked like that same row that I just did. So I don't want to repeat that row. Uh, or maybe I do. I don't know. We just gonna roll with it because this is not going in any kind of order. Miss Barb, did you do anything in particular for your birthday? Did you go out to dinner? Did you get you some new uh crafting material? New machines? What did you do, girl? All right, so again, we're just lining these up to the best of our ability, right? Remember, uh while these are supposed to be machine cut, a human is still running that machine, okay? So they're not gonna always line up, and that's fine. Just go with flow, right? Um if you are crafting for perfection, baby, that ain't happening, okay? I used to stress myself out. They go to internet acting up already. Hey, Jesse, how are you? Y'all, all that rain we had, I thought the internet was acting up, baby. She showed enough cutting up now, okay? All right, so we have that one cut, that one cut. Lies, we have that one sewn. And if you have directional fabric, y'all, I'm glad all is well, Jesse. If you have directional fabric, guys, you want to make sure that you have your fabric in that way because when you put it in your blanket or your quilt, I gotta stop saying blanket, but when you put it in your quilt, you'll be able to see it. Okay, you'll be able to see it. Took part of the day off. My granddaughter brought me home, made red velvet cake. Oh my god, I love red velvet cake. Yeah, I really love red velvet with anything with buttercream fries. That was the best part right there. Y'all bear with me. I know the internet keep acting, but I'm here. I'm here. It'll blink out and in. It's one of those things. So all that we're doing, so this would be row 3 right here that we're doing. This would be row 3, and this is like very beginner friendly right here. Like I literally think if you've never sewn anything and you pick this project up and started to do it as a beginner sewist, you could totally do this, okay? You could totally do it. All right, we looking good. So now we're just, and like I said, we're just alternating the cream pieces. I'm not trying to get this like in any. How big is the topper going to be? I don't really know the measurements, Miss Barb. I just know I'm doing 10 by 10 squares across by 6 rows. So I don't know how big it's going to be at all. Hey, Donzel. But I know it's not going to be probably maybe throw size if I had to guess. It's not going to be real big. But of course, you know that y'all could add as many squares um, to this as you wanted to, right? You don't just have to do 5 by 6. Um, that's just kind of what I'm choosing to do uh, to kind of speed this process along. And I think I'm going to use, um, I, I don't know what color backing I'm going to use yet, but y'all, I think I just repeated the same, not intentionally, but I think I did. Did I? Almost, not quite. Okay, that's fine. Even if it was, so this is basically gonna be probably like a little throw quilt type deal. We're gonna just make the topper today, and then we're gonna, after I finish these rows, we're going, which is not many more rows left, because this is the third one. We're going to sew it together, and we're gonna pray that when I sew these rows together, that I know what I'm doing. We're gonna pray that, y'all. And the reason I backstitch is just to make sure that it's where it needs to be, because, like I said, I am not a pro at this, but I do know a little bit. And then you want to pick whatever side that you want your seams to be pressed to. So here I kind of just have them all like sorted out, but it looks like I've been starting pretty much. See, 1, 2. I don't know. It may end up somehow coming out with some type of, in some parts anyway, it may end up being checkerboard, but it's definitely not intentional. Um, and there's nothing wrong with checkerboard. That's just not what I. It's getting on my nerves. And they say we're working on it. We're working on it. Well, what are you working on? Because it ain't getting no better. It's getting worse. All I think they care about, as long as they get the internet payment, that's all they care about. They don't care about nothing else. All right. So that's our first two. And we just kind of fought. Excuse me, y'all. Now this one we got to make sure our little gnome friends. Okay, there we go. We got to make sure they're in the right order, because that directional fabric, it will tell on you. Hopefully one day we'll get there, but we're not there yet. That much I know. That much I know, y'all. We're not there yet, but we'll get there. We will definitely get there, y'all. Y'all, school. Yeah, it's the internet, Donzel. Oh Lord, the internet. These people getting on my nerves. They are. They are, friend. They get the payment, and the internet still be acting up. And like I said, for it to be three or four different internets in here, and it still don't power everything in this house, things still be buffering. I don't like that. But you, you know, that's part of living out in the country with look at her. It is just that's just awful. I don't know, y'all. And I only put one camera on thinking like, okay, hey, that'll help it some. Chuck, you're right. All right. I see that it's kind of trying to get away from me, so we're just gonna readjust that. But yeah, y'all living out in the country and bad weather, that don't add up. It just don't. But thank y'all for hanging out with your girl. All right, let's put our last piece on here. I think we are going to have some pieces, y'all, that are going to line up. I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know if I switch the internet. I think if I try to switch it now, I'll probably lose y'all if I were to switch the internet. But I'm definitely about to call them because they're gonna be not they're not gonna be very happy with me because there's no way I should pay you for internet and got my live buffering. I don't like that. But hey, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is our third row completed. So let's go ahead and knock out our other two rows. And remember, all we're doing is making sure our fabrics are, if we're gonna sew our quilt topper together. And hey cousin, how you doing, girl? So that's all we doing, y'all. So this is row 4 that we're working on right here, right? This is row 4. And as you can see, the bigger your squares are, the faster it comes together. So I have a customer who has like I think it's 1,200 uh 4x4s. And yeah, hey Rudy, how you doing, Rudy? I'm good, cousin. I can't complain. I this internet is going to let me be great. The internet is just bugging. But it is what it is. Okay. So let's just see if we can get through this. And you want to make sure that your seam allowances, so where you start at, if you start out doing a 1/4 inch, please make sure that when you are doing these quilt toppers, or if, in fact, if you're sewing anything, make sure that your seam allowances are the same all the way through, because it may cause you some drama later on. And that might be some drama that you don't want. Okay. These are cute. Oh Lord. These little daisies are cute, but hmm. Mm. And I think Up Designs has worked with 10 by 10 squares before. How did you like working with those 10 by 10s? I definitely know that they do work up fast. So like I said, this is going to be row 4 right here. We got one more row, and then we're going to put it together, and then we'll see how big this quilt topper is going to be, Miss Guard, because I definitely don't know the size. I knew how to like Oreo. That's what she's trying to do. I wish I knew how to take the like the quilt calculator or whatever they call that thing to determine how big your quilt is gonna be. I wish I knew how to do that, but I don't know how to do that. I do not know how to do that. So all right. And then we're gonna put our last, and we really could take more squares if we wanted to, right? You just have to have like an even number, I would say, so that your quilt, you know, maybe you want it to be 50 by 60 or something like that, but you would have to figure out, you got to do that math to figure out how many squares and rows and columns that you're going to need to make a 50 by 60 blanket, right? Or quilt. I've got to get out of saying blanket. It's not a blanket. And it seems like each time it's just getting longer and longer. All right, so that's our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's our what's that? 1, 2, 3. That's our fourth row. So we're getting ready to work on our last row, right? And let's see. We're gonna start off. What pieces do we have left that are not? Because these are all khaki or cream or whatever color you want to call those. That's what these are. So let's see what we got. Hmm. I guess we're gonna roll that, y'all. No, we'll put squares come in all kinds of uh all kinds of colors and um all kind of colors and different sizes. So 5 by 5, 4 by 4, 12 by 12, 10 by 10. Um, I think I got some 8 by 8s too, and I think I got those from Amazon. So they come in all kind of sizes, right? That definitely is not even. Hmm. Like I said, a machine cuts it with human help. So hey, it is what it is. Because you're definitely gonna square this up anyway. So hey, iron it and push it up, or just pushing them to the darker side. Whatever. See how this is, well, it's going the right direction, but I can't guarantee that when it gets in the quilt that is going to be the right direction. Sometimes me and directional fabric, I tell y'all, we just be having it out. Okay. Y'all, I got my front door open and OMG. I'm just letting all the bugs and mosquitoes in, but I thought that would help out with the internet some too. Don't know how much justice it did it, but hey, no, no, it's glitching because of my internet unbiased for this internet to be acting. There it go again. Yup, having internet problems because it's acting up. Just what bad weather your what bad weather will do for you. Unbiased, you doing all right today? Now I always back stitch, y'all. Like I said, it's just a extra it's just extra security. That's all. And y'all see how quick this is coming to. I mean, done for our what you call it. Now all we gotta do is sew this together. Top of my phone. Let me come in here on my phone because StreamYard, they tripping. I mean, not StreamYard, the internet tripping. Tripping. And I'm a mute. Uh-oh. Okay, what you working on? All right, y'all. So back stitch that just a little bit, and then we are done with our rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and oh, Easter baskets. Okay, 6. So these are our 6 rows. So now what we're going to do is I'm just kind of put those behind me. You want these right sides together, right? Right sides together, and then you are going to sew down the length of them, and then add to each row, and then you'll. Ooh, honey, this internet. Ooh, y'all, these people. I know. Well, yeah, it is. All right. So you're just gonna sew this down along the length, and if you have to stop while you're doing this, it's okay. Stop and fix it because you want this to be as even as possible. Okay, so you don't have to cut off so much fabric. And I'm just put my seams to one side. Thank you, Rudy, for that time check. Thank you. All right. Uh, like king size, but baby, you gotta have some patience. You first of all gotta have some patience to do that king size. All right. So again, I'm trying to keep it lined up as much as I can. Because I don't, you don't want to have to cut off a whole lot, especially when you're already only, you know, making it really small as is. And the only thing with this, when you're doing this, make sure, look at that, see that? So we're going to, I'm going to, so what we're going to do, that is definitely going to cost us some real estate when I go to square this up. It's going to, I know, and I got one too. I have one, and I need to utilize it. I definitely need to utilize it. I don't know that this is gonna make it. By the time we square this up, y'all, this might be, this might be not even throw size. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see what it's gonna turn, what size it turns out to be. Check this as you're going along. So remember I said those one set of bees. I knew wasn't gonna get in there. So there we go. Now what you're gonna do is pull up another row. But because you have these beads, so like this one is going the right way, but I know that if that would be not probably not going the right way. Let's see. Nope, it'll be going the right way. Okay. So all you're doing is again lining them up, and you're gonna sew down. Yeah, that table probably would do me a lot of justice. Oh wait a minute. Let me see if I pull it down. Oh, okay. Maybe they will be. Maybe they will be the right way. Let me see something, y'all. But we're going to keep going. Um, I'm playing bob and roulette. I just want y'all to know I'm playing bob and roulette. So hopefully we can get through this topper. But I'm definitely playing bob and roulette. Oh Lord, look at me. Hold on, y'all. Mm-mm. Give me just a second, y'all. I'm gonna pull this piece apart just as further as I can so I can straighten that back up. There we go. Sometimes if your stitches get a little funky, I don't suggest, pulling them. Use your seam ripper and like I said, I don't shoot for perfection. um because one, you'll drive yourself insane trying to get perfection. Just shoot for the goal of, I think that was Unbiased who said it best. I don't shoot for perfection, but I shoot for done. So, all right, Queen. So if you're shooting for perfection, this is probably not the channel you're gonna get that from. I can guarantee you. But there is something to still be learned. Okay. I think I'm going to definitely put that table up, y'all. Cause honey, to line this up, lining it up. Cause I want to try and keep as much of this fabric as I can. All right. I'm gonna try speeding this up just a little bit, y'all. Oh no, I don't like speeding it up. And just kind of keep your fabric, like I said, as straight as you can. You have to square this up anyway, so hey, it'll be okay. I promise it'll be okay. I wanted to go live from how to do it. When I figure out how to do it, I'll do it. And I'm just gonna keep on sewing it like it was even because I know that I have to what? Cut it off. Oh, see there? Oops. Look at that. I missed the whole spot. I put it down too far, y'all. There we go. Hold on. We gotta go back and catch that. When I sped that machine up. I don't know what possessed me to do that. I never do that. Speed the machine up because I know it's gonna miss a stitch. Sure enough. So all I'm doing is back stitching a little bit, and then I'm going to. All right. I'm hoping I'm catching it now. And that's why I always suggest checking. See right here? Yep. I always suggest checking before you move along on adding another strip because you don't want to have to go back later and be like, oh Lord. Because the further along you get in a quilt, the harder it's going to be, at least for me. Okay, so all of that part is sewn. We'll just, for GP, we'll just bring it on down. A little spot, yep. Let me see if I can catch this little spot, y'all. I don't like to leave anything. Even though I probably could hand sew that little spot right there. It's so tiny, but all right. I think I got it this time. Yep, I got it this time. Okay. No, I did not get it this time. Oh no, that's a different part. That's a different part. Oh, it's right here where. All right. Okay. All right. So now we have that closed in to the best of our ability. And this little spot right here, I will go back and hand. I'm going to go back and hand sew this little part because it's just not. Hold on. Maybe I can break the stitch right there. Yeah, let's just break that stitch. size by the time we finish adding on to it. Okay, so let's continue on, y'all. Let's continue on. We don't have that many more to add. But when I'm doing this, I'm definitely trying my best to make sure that my little friends hopefully end up in our quilt the right direction. But sometimes it just doesn't happen that way. All right. I'm going to try and hold this as good as I can, y'all. I really should be clipping stuff together, but I'm over here thinking I'm grown. But that's a part of your sewing journey. Hey, Auntie Lena, how you doing? I think I'm grown, I guess, and know that I know better. Know that I know that I know that. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to check myself. So far, we're good. So I'm going to continue on. I'm going to back stitch over where I have flipped over my seams. And I'm just going to try and keep things lined up. Okay, I'm glad all is well. All right. And like Unbiased was saying, if you have something that can hold the weight of your fabric, that will also help it not shift. So I perhaps probably need to make that work. Pull it out. Y'all, it's just so much. Ran out of room. To the point where I'm about ready to go on the roof my own self. All right, I'm going to stop right there. And I'm going to adjust this fabric the rest of the way down. Now, this particular time, I guess it did a little better in lining up. You doing some embroidery? I know that's right. All right. So, like I said, we're still doing well with the lining up of this part. So, if you adjust your fabric, you have something to hold. You have something to hold that weight up. Chances of it pre-cut with any fabric, don't wear black, okay? Or don't wear all over me. Mm-hmm. Now the foot that I have on here, it is a walking foot. Okay, the foot that I have on here, it is a walking foot. All right. So you can tell, or at least I can tell. Oh yeah, we didn't put our little friend. Oops, I missed this part. How did I do that? I don't know how I missed that part, y'all. We got toward the end, and I don't know what happened. Mm-mm. And we were doing so well. I don't know what happened. No idea what happened. I'm going. I might as well have kept on going, y'all. All right. Let me try turning it up a little bit. I think the faster it goes, though, I think it really misses stitches more the faster that it goes. I don't know. And I'm still over here playing bobbin roulette and stuff. Okay, we got it. All right, we have 2 more of these to go. And I'm trying my best, y'all. But our little people are not gonna be where they should, like in the right direction. And that's okay. It's okay. If I were you and you struggle like me, trying to get these directional prints to go the right way, child. Hold on, y'all. Now my neighbor want to cut grass. Hold on, hold on. He been out here all day long, and now he want to cut grass. If I wasn't recording, he wouldn't be thinking about. All right, they get on my nerves with that. Pick the weirdest times to want to cut grass. Ooh, wait a minute. Which was the last piece we sewed on here? Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure I'm at the right. Um, this what we supposed to be. I think. Hold on. Now he done made me lose track, y'all. Oh, that is fairly big in itself. I kind of like that. Okay. These other two, I'm going to start another one with. We're not going to add these on. So, as you can see, our little bees are not, they're not, I have one. Oh, I got to sew that right there. Hold on, y'all. Let's sew this part. Right here. Oreo, I wish you stopped. They just don't want to let me be great today on live. The internet, the dogs, the neighbors. What's wrong with y'all? I don't know. I kind of want to. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm trying to debate. Do I want to add those other two? I kind of like it. Or that we catch it. For anybody new that runs across this video, just know it's always shenanigans over here, okay? Not drama shenanigans, but shenanigans. Hey, Auntie Robin. Girl, how you? Y'all know what? I'm just ready to throw the whole day away. And just kind of try this over again tomorrow. Okay. All right. I think we got it this time. Yep, we got it this time. Okay. So I don't think I want to add, like I said, even though we already know our little bees, we got no, none of our bees came out in the right direction. Well, maybe two. This one, Oreo is a hot mess. Soon as the internet come back in. Okay. So what you would do with this topper now is your seams. You gotta go iron this. Then you're gonna square this off. Then you're going to fuse um or put your make your quilt sandwich. So some people use fusible batting, like me, fusible batting, and then some people use they just make the regular quilt sandwich. So this is the one that I use. It's the Hobbs Heirloom fusible, and this is the size 90 by 108. Now, of course, I would just lay this quilt topper on top of here, then I would cut it, right? Um, you can make it just a little bit bigger. Some people say make it a lot bigger by like a couple of inches, but to me, that's wasting fabric. So I don't do it real big, but that's the one that I use. You can get this off Amazon. Um, or if you were making a queen size, because I think these come like twin. Hold on, let me get you. Let me, and of course, the bigger that you go, um, the bigger they're going to be. Okay. So y'all, that's our little quilt topper. I'm going to get ready to send this link out. Miss D, we do have coaching today. I'm going to send the link to Up Designs. She's going to send it to everybody. Yes, please. Thank y'all for hitting that like button. She's going to send it to everybody because from what I understand, there's a separate group chat anyway. Um, so she can send it to y'all. All right. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with your girl. Until next time, peace, be blessed, stay crafty. I'm your girl T, and I'm out. One God, one love. Catch y'all in the next one.